Registered Phenomena Code 782. Object Class Alpha White. Explained. Archival pending. Hazard Types Not applicable. Containment Protocols. James Abram Garfield is neither anomalous nor alive. Due to this, the entry is being considered for deletion, in accordance with OIRS policy. Description: RPC-782 is the 20th President of the United States of America. RPC-782 has no apparent anomalous properties, although there are, reportedly, several discrepancies that call into question its existence, according to the research done by former Authority Researcher Albert Voss. Addendum 1. Discovery. The following information is based on Researcher Voss's investigation in 1958 regarding the disappearance of the cadaver of President Garfield during a routine exhumation on Lakeview Cemetery, a gravesite in Cleveland, Ohio. While initially under the jurisdiction of local police, it soon escalated to the involvement of the Authority once reviews of internal record-keeping by FBI official Jackson Harold had determined that the late president was never entombed at the site. Anomalous circumstances, which were unrecorded, gave cause for Mr. Harold to alert the RPC Authority to prevent a leak to the press, and subsequently led to the assignment of Researcher Voss to the case. Voss's inspection had revealed that not only was there never a cadaver stored in a coffin, but that there was little evidence that supported the fact that the funeral procession which had brought the casket to the cemetery had occurred at all. According to the report, any paintings and written records were all produced well after the fact. Interviews with local residents failed to provide any specific details regarding the funeral procession that were not quoted verbatim from newspaper articles. Apparently, they would either be far too young to have witnessed it, or those old enough thought that they must have been sick at the time, or otherwise unable to recall what they had seen, attributing it to the decline of their memory. This also included any event related to the President. Voss assumed that no one had actually witnessed James Garfield in person. Any depictions of the late President, according to the Authority restricted access provided at a local library, were actually depictions of unrelated individuals, who were assumed to have been President Garfield. Addendum 2. Investigation. Dr. Voss's peer, Dr. Gerald Hall, discovered several alarming issues about the documentation provided above that led to the inquisition of Dr. Voss's mental health. Namely, there are no routine exhumations of the coffin of President Garfield. Lakeview Cemetery, when contacted, stated that exhuming the presidential cadaver would not be permitted, and that the casket had not been opened since it was closed in 1881. The FBI had never employed a Jackson R. Harold, nor did the Authority receive any communique from the Bureau regarding the presidential cadaver, and Dr. Voss has never been assigned to such a case, but was officially on vacation during the period of time that the events were supposedly taking place. The discrepancies that Dr. Voss had chosen to believe in were poorly recorded. The supposed Authority restricted library records, which had stated that the photographs were of individuals other than President Garfield, have been unable to be relocated by Voss, and the circumstances that led to their discovery have not been replicated since. The mass amnesty distribution that prevented the discovery of the absence of the body of President Garfield by the public is absent from Authority record. The majority of the witnesses cited by Voss do not exist, and those who do cannot corroborate his report in any capacity. It is believed that Researcher Voss had a sort of psychotic breakdown while away from his position, and fabricated the abnormal circumstances of the presidential cadaver as an extension of his delusions. Researcher Voss was subsequently put on medical leave, under close observation, and eventually encouraged to retire by his eldest son, Professor Bayer Voss. The following image was included with Researcher Voss's initial report, believed to be a poorly edited copy of the painting of General Grant, viewing the remains of President Garfield within the Capitol Rotunda. Relatives of the late president have been unable to be located for comment.